everybody, it's Jane again, and once again thank you very, very much for being here. Views are going up, slowly going up, one day at a time, to save art, right? So a new art paradigm is here. I believe it is here, and it's time to rise to the occasion. It's time to expose the failings and skewed direction that art has taken across the spectrum, from marketing to academia. It's time to look at the necessity of art in the context of positive human evolution. It's time to make art easily accessible to all and not an exclusive luxury for the moneyed few who arrogantly deign which art is great and that which is not. With the rising consciousness of the masses, it has become more and more clear that art has been minimized and hijacked, as it is a crucial elemental tool in the evolution of the human species. That is, besides food, water, and shelter. And I'm serious. Art is in fact everything. So how does art qualify as everything? Let me count the ways. Everything we see resonates with the human body. Think about how punishing it is for a human being to suffer solitary confinement. They become spiritually depleted by the day as their immediate environment is lacking in visual stimulation, coupled with the deprivation of never even seeing into the eyes of another soul, begins to take a toll on their psyche. In other words, they exist in a visually dead zone, devoid of creation. On the other end of the spectrum, however, we see that people who have access to the beauty of nature and appreciate it are healthy, happy, and stimulated by the visuals they interact with on a daily basis. Indeed, nature is the supreme artist. Nature works with the infinite palette of form, light, color, time, and alchemy, as do so many artists when they create. I imagine originally the purpose of art was to please, to bestow surprising aesthetics foraged from nature's bounty, to share and delight in with others. As technology progressed, art became integral with all elements surrounding humans, from lovingly made toiletries, like hairbrushes and combs, to beautifully endowed architecture, the likes of which we cannot seem to surpass in this day and age. Why not? Have we gone backwards? Seems to me that humanity regresses without ornamentation and beauty surrounding it. Standards of beauty surrounding us have dropped rapidly, to the point where most humans seem quite content to dwell in the grayness of angular, unforgiving surroundings that do nothing to lift their spirits. Why? How did we sink our standards to such a low aesthetic? We forgot about art and the importance of it. One has to peruse the paintings of foregone eras depicting people in flowing gowns playing beautifully fashioned harps on verandas adorned with sculpted fountains to see what humanity has walked away from as far as standard aesthetic. There are millions of these ornately built places still left standing in ruins all over the world, found in places where you would at least not expect them. And they stand as a testament to a people who once valued art and nurtured artistry with a visible passion. Why are the arts not immediately integrated into all other disciplines today? Why has art been subtracted from the equation, and how did we let this happen? Sadly, today we find that art has been just bunched in with math, English, and history as just another subject in the school curriculum. Truth is, if education systems incorporated the basics of art at an early age in all children into the system as a crucial grounding for life, we would quite possibly be living in a completely different and more beautiful world. Such is the importance of art. The powers that be are well aware of the power of the unleashing of creativity into all disciplines, that they have held it back by design, lest the world spin out of their control in a flurry of empowering aesthetic glory that lifts all spirits and propels us readily into the fifth dimension, where new energy technologies and art merge into a new paradisiacal existence as glorious as those of past ages. And I love this woman. Her name's Sylvie Ivanova. She has a YouTube channel about megaliths, and this is what she said. We have had enough lies. The time has come to unveil the real history and claim our rightful heritage, because we are descendants of gods and magicians and have the right to live on a beautiful, green, clean planet and use our deactivated magical powers. To this end, I am developing an art curriculum in 3 phases to remedy this lack of the importance of art as a tool to reactivate our latent magical powers. The first phase would be an early education in the basics of art, access to the higher self through meditation, and teaching inspiration methods that jumpstart latent and inherent creativity within the child. The second phase would be for art teachers to learn how to teach the basics of art and inspiration methods without bias, preference, or judgment, which is key here. The third phase is to heal the many would-be artists who have experienced what I have coined art freeze, those who have suffered some trauma whereby their creativity became frozen in time and they have a negative association with expressing their creativity, which needs to be removed and healed. And there are, of course, many aspects to these 3 phases, which I have gone into in more detail in other blogs and videos that you can find online. So I'm looking to partner with anyone or an entity that is as passionate as I am about the importance of art and the thriving of true artistry in our social realm. You know, somebody who wants to turn art upside down and inside out and get it back on track. An entity who will aid in developing a comprehensive curriculum going forward. Hopefully someone who can sponsor or procure professional instructional videos and other materials to this end. In other words, a whole encompassing art kit. Thus far, I have developed a rudimentary outline to address the problem as far as curriculum goes. I have yet to garner the interest of educational institutions to implement these studies. And I feel that it's important because as digital art technologies proliferate, the needs for hands-on artists, art supplies, may dwindle altogether. And you'll be going out shopping. Just like today, you can't find sewing needles and buttons and things for sewing. It's very difficult to find a needle and thread. And it'll come to a point where you can't find art materials because everything will be digital and online. So, right now there are AI artists out there And they're having solo shows too. I kid you not. Artificial intelligence generated art is indeed eerie to behold, and seems to me to produce aberrations of horror, devoid of soulfulness. So this is why I feel so passionate, and I really feel if we say that a new art paradigm is here, it will manifest for us, and humanity can go forward implementing artistry and beauty into everything we create, so that when we look around we don't see the grayness and the angular lines, and it affects us so much. And this is the way forward with art, where it becomes a positive evolutionary step for humankind to revisit how important art is in our society. I thank you so much for listening. Please click, share, like, subscribe, all those things down below. And I hope you come back to visit me next Sunday. Bye.